Today got me in the mood for spring. I got out my boho top and I'm getting ready to put those sweaters away. Now, come on outside with me because I've put some of my clothes on one of those outside racks and it's so beautiful out. And I'll show you some of the clothes from my closets. I might get one or two new things this year, but I'm ready for the boho clothes, some boho jewelry, maybe a new hairdo. Spring has sprung. You never know what's coming up. The other day I started what I'm going to call maybe a series of a couple of videos on aging and how to be happy and contented in our older years. And I talked a little bit about the psychological things that we should be doing or that we should be feeling at this point. Yesterday, I spent quite a bit of time kind of going over in my mind and enjoying a few podcasts, listening to doctors talk about some of the physical things that we do have to consider as we age. And I'm kind of setting up a new regime for myself for the spring and to get myself in shape, not only, well, mentally, but physically as well. And I enjoyed a couple of these different doctors, especially the ones talking about longevity. I think I'm in tune with the foods. I seem to prefer these, what they call one ingredient foods, like I'll have an avocado for breakfast or maybe a loaded potato for supper. It doesn't have to be a whole meal of mashed potatoes, meat and vegetables or rice or whatever. I kind of enjoy that concept because that seems to be what I prefer. Maybe throw in a little bit of salmon with your avocado. In fact, that's what I had this morning for breakfast, half an avocado and a teeny bit of salmon. But I did start off the morning with my shower, and last night I spent a lot of time on my feet, and I think I've started to enjoy the 10 or 15 minutes of warmth and sun. After the shower, I went out and I just sat in the chair and put my head back. I was trying to dry my hair. I like to air dry my hair when I come out. I do that scrunchy thing and let my hair dry naturally. And I am going to do that every morning. That's part of your mental relaxation, especially as you're aging. And I urge all of you to start your day with something like that. Now, the other thing that I did this morning was I did walk up and down the driveway. This time I took the rollator with me. I find I can walk faster and a little bit more confidently with the roller. I don't use it as a crutch. I just use it to make myself go a little faster where I can get my heart rate up. And coming up the driveway, there's a hill. So I did that a couple of times. One of the doctors said, when we say start off that new regime, now go to the gym 3 times a week and work out or walk 45 minutes a day, I just can't get my head around that type of stuff. It's too much, too fast. And as he said, just do a 5-minute little workout maybe in the morning while you're waiting for your coffee. For instance, you know me, I'm usually up kind of early, and I was out gardening for an hour and a half before I did anything this morning. And to me, that's pretty heavy exercise. I was lifting, I was bending, and enjoying the day. And I think that's, for me, my good exercise, besides some cardio of walking, and I think I can do that. I've taken one of my rolling racks and brought it outside because it's easier for me, since I don't have that much room in the cottage. It's easier for me to show you some of my wardrobe, and I've dragged some of this out of the closet, out of the shed, and I want to show you some of my preferred spring to summer clothing. And I've broken it up into somewhat maybe 4 or 5 sections. I love, as you know, I love my denims, and I have a lot of denims. I love my denim shirts. I love a lot of the shirts. I love dark and light. I just love denim, and sometimes I have one or two of my favorite pants that I wear too. But to me, I don't wear jeans that much because I find them a little heavy and, quite frankly, not awfully comfortable. But this is one of my jackets that I love. And I do wear this a lot in the springtime. Now, I got a lot of wear out of this when we were up in Idaho last year, and that was May and June. And that seems to be when you can wear something like this. After June in California, we're not into jackets. And I kind of mourn for a lot of my blazers. I don't wear them that much in the winter, mainly because I don't have the occasions to wear them. But I do have a couple of spring blazers, and I'm going to drag those out on another day too. A couple that Dub gave me that are beautiful, bright colors. And I do wear one always on Easter. my oh gosh, I forget. My Adrian Vididini floral linen jacket, which I've had for probably 30 years. And I think I've worn that the past 3 or 4 Easters, mainly because I absolutely love it. And it doesn't bother me that I wear it over and over. But then again, after about May or June, that's about it. But this jacket I just love in the spring, and I hope to get to wear it. And I do have a couple of favorites, especially my mocked jean shirt. I love to wear those. But once again, in the heat of the summer, not so much jeans. Something else that I wear an awful lot in the spring, summer too, and in the winter quite a bit. I didn't wear them too much this past winter, but I love my plaid shirts. I just have always loved plaids. I don't like to wear short sleeves, and I do even wear these over t-shirts, a lot of times open, and I have an assortment of plaids. I just love plaids anyway. I do have a couple of lighter, unconventional plaids. This one I love, and I have a couple of these crinkle linen shirts, the light colored ones. And you've probably seen me in a lot of these, and I don't feel the need to buy any more of these or probably any more denim. That's for sure. I probably have enough of that. Now, stripes. I've loved my stripes. I'm just a sucker for stripes too. And I love navy blue and white, that sailor look. It's also what they call cottage core or grandma core look. This is a t-shirt, long sleeves. It's a good spring thing. It's fun to wear to the beach. Not that I've been there that much lately, but it has a little hood in the back, and it's cute to wear over a t-shirt or just on its own. I love the striped shirts. Just love these. Also very cottage core. And these I would wear with white pants. They look really cute with white pants and maybe a navy blue t-shirt underneath. Then I have the striped t-shirts. I have a couple too of the banlons with the necks. I don't know whether I purged those last year or not. I can't seem to find them, but I do like the collars. I like to put the collars up and wear some of the banlons that are striped. I think I might have gotten rid of those. They might have been short sleeves, but these are cute. And this is a cardigan one that I've had forever. Love them. But then there's my boho. Now, my boho mode is something that I can easily get into, and maybe for the heat of the summer, this is what I prefer. Now, I have a selection of boho stuff, and maybe I love it because I have a lot of boho jewelry. Go big or go home. You know me, that's my motto. But I love the caftans. Now, this one is, this particular caftan is a 3/4 caftan, but I do have several of the long ones and I love them. I love the bright colors of the caftans, and you can't beat them for keeping cool in the hot weather, that's for sure. Palazzo pants, Oh, love my palazzos. I have a whole bunch of them that I haven't brought out, but the wilder the better, and I love them. And colorful, you bet. So this is for more of a summery thing. And the reason I love these so much is because I can wear them here around the cottage, around the property. I can wear them when I go thrifting. I can wear them when I go shopping to Walmart or to the market. Can wear them out in the car, to the beach, to the kids' houses. And this kind of wear for me in the summer, I just love. Now, I don't think I'd go out to the market in caftans. I don't know why, but definitely wearing them around the cottage is great. This is one of my faves. I've shown you this before. This used to be a halter dress, and I never wore it as a halter because it just didn't suit me. I thought I was too mature for it when I bought it at the time. I think I bought it before we were going off on one of our ship travels, our cruises. So what I did was I cut the top off, and I've done that on quite a few things. I've cut the tops off overalls, and then I've just put elastic and put them in the waist. I just love this so much. This might have been a Ralph Lauren. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I think I bought this at a Nordstrom rack and got a good deal. But what I loved about it was the ruffles on the skirt. And to me, that was so feminine, and it's also slimming. Another one that's like that, this one. And this is a skirt, and it's also a Ralph Lauren that Dub gave me. And I think it's a Ralphie. No, this one is not a Ralph Lauren. This is from a catalog. Debbie loves these upscale catalogs. And this is from a catalog called the Pyramid Collection. And to me, this is a beautiful skirt. Look at the diagonal ruffles on the side. And this is something that you could wear in the summertime, dressed up, maybe going out to dinner or to a fancy event. And it reminds me a bit of the Pierre Du type of prints. And then, lo and behold, didn't Dub give me a caftan that I can wear along with it. To me, it's just a perfect match for this, mainly because the prints kind of line up. So that's a fun outfit, that's for sure. This is another one of my boho looks. I just love this. This one is cool. I love the full sleeves and the cool neck on this one too. More than anything that I seem to wear in the summertime, because you can put them on and just go anywhere, are my kimonos. And I have a ton of them. In fact, I keep a lot of them on the same hangers. But I have every color in the rainbow. I have prints. I have all of these pretty kimonos, and they're cool. You can put them over anything, a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, go out and you'll look presentable. So that's sort of my summer spring wardrobe. And unless I see something that I'm absolutely wild about, I kind of think I won't do too much awfully shopping this summer. As I've said before, Moosey and I lead a pretty simple life around here, with, other than traveling maybe to our children's homes to spend a weekend or going out with them somewhere. We do have a couple of events coming up. We have a couple of graduations. Ryan is graduating from college, and we're going down, I think Dane has a confirmation. We have someone else is graduating from junior high. We have a lot of things going on with the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren. And hopefully we can hit as many of these as possible. And that's, by the way, one of the things that we look forward to so much. And that's part of your regime for keeping yourself happy in your golden years, and that's having something to look forward to. Whether that's being with grandkids or children, or going to an event that you're looking forward to, whether it's just popping out for a little car trip with your hubby, it's important. And having something to look forward to us is one of the best things for us. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. And I hope you get to see some of these on me. But now I have to do the big switcheroo. I have piles of sweaters inside that I'm hoping I can get one of the kids. Poor Shannon just had 4 wisdom teeth pulled yesterday morning. And so she's home for spring break or Easter week. In fact, Colleen's 3 kids are home this whole weekend. Ryan just pulled in a little while ago. She's home for the weekend. Brendan has flown in for 10 days and Shannon is home for 10 days. So Colleen is in 7th heaven and maybe we'll get the kids to help with some of the things here. I still have Aiden who is going to help me plant some bulbs this week and maybe we'll film doing that. There's my Shamu, always here. Shamu found a mouse this morning and brought it into the hallway. Why do cats like to do that when they find something? I think someone told me that's a prize for us. Well, since I'm the one that has to take care of these, I never could, but it's amazing what you do when you have to do it. And Moo said, make sure you pick it up by the tail. Was he kidding me or not? You think I'd touch a rat's or a mouse's tail? No way. I got a nice shovel and up it went. It was dead, by the way. It wasn't alive, thank heavens. So, this is my wardrobe. Now, what do I wear on the bottoms of all these? I usually have some very comfortable elastic waist pants, and they're that soft cotton. A lot of them I'll get at Walmart, and they're usually black or navy blue. And I do have several pairs of denim type white denims, and if they're long, I will roll them up a little bit. And by the way, guess what's coming back? Capris. Well, I don't like the tight capris because my knees just aren't there anymore. I don't have the nice little skinny bony knees, but I do like the capris that hit right below the knee but are a bit wider, not hugging my legs. But we'll see how they do during the spring and summer, but they say they're on their way back. All right, I'm gonna go in for now. I hope you've enjoyed my little clothing thing. Probably in one of the next videos, we'll get back to aging. I love that, the aging process and some of the physical things that we're doing. And I have my little kitchen regime that I'm going to go over again with you. While I'm waiting for my coffee in the morning, I have a little 5-minute workout that I do in the kitchen now. And I'm not running off to any gyms or anything else. Do a little walking, not a whole lot. And of course, gardening is my main, I would call it aerobic, but it's also flexibility. I'll also maybe do some exercises for you. I'm a lot better about getting up out of chairs, by the way, because of what I've been doing. And I think that helps. I want to know what some of you ladies do to keep your body in shape. You know, these doctors talk about longevity, that we're all gonna last a lot longer than our parents did. So don't you think it's a good idea to make sure that we're as healthy and as comfortable as we can be as we navigate through these years? I do. Well, Moosey is finishing up our Irish raisin caraway bread with huckleberry jam. What do you think?
Looks like a scone, doesn't it?
It does. It tastes like a scone with that huckleberry jam. Thanks, Bonnie. What a day today, huh?
Couldn't be better.
And Brendo's home.
Oh,
We had a nice visit with him yesterday. I was hoping some of the boys, Aiden or Brendan, would help me plant some tulips and gladiolas. I need to do some planting, but I need their help with the dirt and the big pots. We'll see, maybe this weekend. So now I have to get busy and start folding all those sweaters and putting them away. And that's a job. This is a job I hate but it's something that has to be done. And it's just a matter of switching everything in and out. Living in the tiny cottage has its advantages. Being near the kids, it's great. It's cozy, it's cute, but so far as storage goes, especially clothes storage, there is none. So I have to use the tubs and things for sweaters, and I have to bring them out to the shed. I also have hanging closets with doors and everything where I can hang up clothing in the shed too. But it is tough to do, and it takes a lot of energy, and I have to always get myself going to get it done. Like, so right over here next to me, I have a big load of sweaters. I don't think I'm going to hang my sweaters. I like to fold them up and put them in the tubs. That way I can put mothballs in there if I have to, or they don't get stretched out. And so that's what I do. I'll fill up 1 or 2 tubs with them. And since I do love and wear sweaters almost every day in the winter time, I really can't purge my sweaters. That's something that is sort of forget about it. I have a hard time trying to throw a sweater away. I do have my collection of the Christmas sweaters. I have a couple of Halloween and Valentine's Day and, you know, the holiday sweaters, and they're in another tub. So much for sweaters. So right now it still is gorgeous out, and Moosey has gone inside. There's a ball game on. I was going to try and plant some tulip bulbs, and I have gladiola bulbs that I want to plant. I think it's a little late for tulips, but Moosey kept saying, not yet, not yet. So I don't know. I think I'll go out and buy some tulips. Right now I'm sitting watching the birds. The cat is right at my feet as usual. You know, one fun thing about getting out summer jewelry and boho jewelry and jewelry that goes with summer, I seem to wear jewelry a lot more in the summertime, and I have some really great collections of jewelry. And that's another problem with storage. As you probably see when I do some filming on my bed, I keep my pearls hanging on the backs of one of the pearl strings are hanging on the backs of one of the bedposts, and it seems as though every chair in the house has some form of necklaces or something hanging on them. You know, in a way, there probably is a lot of purging that could be done within my jewelry, but on the other hand, the kids love to go through it, especially some of the younger grandchildren or great-grandchildren come to love and go through my rings and everything. And of course, it'll all go to them someday anyway. So I don't think I'm going to purge too much of that. But I do love the coral. And I have a coral necklace that I don't think I even wore last year. It's a red coral, kind of different. And I guess I was waiting for certain accessories. But now with all my summer jewelry, I will be bringing out more of my bigger jewelry pieces, rings and bracelets, and a lot of necklaces too. Oh, and the earrings. I love the different earrings. So now I have to decide what I want to do with my hair this week. Do I want to keep it curly? What do you think? Should I keep this for a couple of days? This hairdo might last 3 or 4 days if I sort of redo it every morning with the spray, and you can re-scrunch. But it's nice to be able to air dry it, that's for sure. Did I tell you that we have an invite to go over to Molly's on Tuesday? Moosey has been wanting to see the kids, and of course Molly has, he's not really a new baby, he's just about a year old, but the 3 kids are so fun, Kelly and Annie, and we love to go and see them. Well, we've been invited to go over to Molly's house for an outdoor brunch on Tuesday. And so I always try and figure, well, what sort of an activity can we do when we go? Sometimes I'll get some puzzles and we'll do puzzles, or I'll buy them some jewelry or cute little, they love to put on little shows and dance. So I get little tutus for them, things I can pick up for them. And they just love especially the clothes. Kelly is a fashionista and just loves to dress up, as most of our little grandchildren did, and still do, by the way. But this time, Moosey had a great idea. He decided that, and I'm sitting here looking at them, and it's so sad because all our little garden gnomes, you might have seen them, are in a state of disrepair. The paint with sitting in the garden and of course having the water come on all the time, the paint has disappeared and they're very sad looking. So normally Moosey and I would have a couple of sessions and repaint them, but it's been a couple of years, I think, since the last time we did that. So I thought, so Moosey said, why don't we give one or two of our gnomes to Molly? Kevin has a beautiful garden outside, and he has one of those green thumbs. He can grow anything. These little gals are 3 and 5, and I don't think that they have the skills to be able to paint the gnomes, but they could do their maybe sweaters or their jackets or their boots or something, or maybe their big hats. But I think I would have to get the faces painted. So, but anyway, that would be a fun activity. So I did send away for some cute little painting smocks for the 3 kids, and even little Owen, who's only a year, will probably want to get involved. And I'm going to bring some of my brushes and paints and get to it. But in the meantime, Molly said, Dubby and Tessie are coming over. Well, Dubby is Molly's mom, and she's also our oldest daughter. And she's going to pop over. And Tessie is one of Dubby's other daughters, Molly's sister, and she lives down San Diego way, so she's coming up. So there'll be quite a few people there, all my lovey ones, not all of them, but a lot of them. And Kevin might even be there. Kevin is Molly's husband. So I'm wondering if maybe the activity might have to be for another time. Sometimes when we have a big group like that, it's not possible to sit down and keep the kids in one place. Besides, I think they have a couple of shows that they've been practicing, some backyard shows. So we're excited about that. As you know, part of your contentment and happiness, at least ours, is having something to look forward to in these later years, and that certainly is a big thing for us. I hate to go in. It's been one of those days where it's not hot, it's not cold, it's just perfect. And this is the type of a day that you just should be out in nature. I'm just watching these birds go crazy. And of course, Shamu is just wandering around enjoying it too. I hope you enjoyed this video today. It's sort of an introduction to spring, at least it is for me. And I'm kind of excited about the switch in clothing styles. And if I find anything in my travels within the next couple of weeks that I see that I just can't resist, I will show it to you, model it for you, and tell you where I got it. In fact, I do have to go over to Walmart to buy some more dirt. One lady said, why don't you call it soil, Nanny? It sounds better. So I need some more soil for my garden, for all the bulbs that I'm going to be planting. And I certainly hope that the kids are going to help me do that. Now that we have Brendan home, he can help a little. And of course, Aiden is always a wonderful help. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little bit different. And we will get back to our series on the aging process, and this time get a little more into some of the physical things we can be doing, because it looks like, according to these doctors, these days we're going to be living longer, good Lord willing, and we might as well be in shape and taking care of ourselves and be reasonably comfortable despite all the little things that come with growing older. So bye for now, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. Moosey and I very much appreciate it. I love you all, and we'll see you soon again. God bless us all.